Alright, suckers, I dropped my target frame rate. If this doesn't work, man, I'm just gonna have to give it up for the day, cause, oh yeah, and already I'm dropping frames. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks, man. Dropping like half the frames, that's crazy. Ah. All right, well I'm just gonna plug ahead, and if it isn't disconnecting, then I guess it is what it is. As y'all can see, I'm about to try to work on this face live. I'm gonna do the eyebrows, do the details, hopefully. If I can get to all of that today, but first, as always, I'm just gonna show y'all the tunes I'm gonna be rocking with today. So today we got my homie Zuni, we got JJ's Space Odyssey. I actually did this album cover art minus the text up top. I used a different text. He wanted to have one of his lettering friends make some different text. It's cool. It's fine. But yeah, I like this album a lot. I really appreciate him letting me use his music royalty free. He's a really cool guy. He's one of my good friends. I've known him a long time. This is JJ's Space Odyssey. With that, let's get to sculpting. Hit play. Yeah, my internet is horrible. We'll see how this goes, y'all. Internet is bad today. I just hit up Xfinity. They're gonna give me a free Wi-Fi extender, but who knows when that'll be here. So for now, y'all just gotta fucking bear with me while I deal with this shit. So alright, first thing I'm gonna do, I wanna get in on these eyebrows. I'm gonna math these out. And actually, you know what? I need to turn down that music a little bit. I think the levels are a little too high. Give me 1 second on that. What is going on, Apple Music? It's not giving me my audio options. I'm gonna just drop this down. Oh, now you can't even hear shit. That doesn't change it anyways. God dang, come on, y'all. Killing me today. Apple Music straight killing me today. There we go. We got our little player back. I just gotta make sure those levels aren't drowning out my frickin' voice, man. Alright. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. Okay. So we can get back to it. What up, Brushy? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Just doing some 3D modeling. Working on eyebrows, working on the facial details. Bumping some Zuni, using a mirror as a reference. And let's fucking get into it. So these are going to be pretty significantly above the eyes. Because they're going to be raised, and I kind of just want to model everything to place. And actually, it's going to be a little bit more like that. Smooth that out. Yeah, that's going to be about how those eyebrows are looking. So I'm going to go ahead, come over to my geometry. I will actually come to my subtool, sorry. Come over to extract. That's that's too much. That's a little too much. And that's too little. Somewhere in between there. Let's shoot for like let's try like 0.1. See what that looks like. Way too much still. Let's try like 0.05. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's not so bad. Oh, what's up?
Sorry, I just only got the root killer and I sprayed it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
fingers
Sick.
crossed.
Cool.
I couldn't find head trimmer or that closet structure, but we do need to get that closet.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe I can just build something for us too. Grab some scraps. Well, I can just grab some scraps from Plague. too, maybe, and build
Well,
something.
if we just got a wooden shelf and a nice pole that supported it with wooden slabs, that would be great. But I like these. These are sturdy and they
Yeah,
have
I'm
the...
just saying we could avoid spending money maybe
Okay.
if Plague will let me raid their dumpster.
Alright, dope. Do it up.
That's too much. Let's try like a .025. What up, Coral? What up, Bo? What up, Jose?
Want me to shut your door?
Sure.
Love you.
Love you. I think that's a decent size. That'll probably be a good place to start. I'm gonna go ahead and hit accept. That should make a new object. I'll go ahead and rename that right quick, right off the rip-a-roo. You can see it's still masked out in the middle, so I'll get rid of that mask right away. I'll just smooth out that edge. And we're already working with quite a few polygons, so we're just going to kind of do a similar style as the hair, but maybe make it kind of flow back a little bit. So I'll just, and actually I might be able to do all this with the Damien standard and just kind of like fake out this little pattern. I need to go even smaller than that. Yeah, I wonder if I can just get away with doing something like that for the eyebrows, to be honest with you. I kind of need to change direction a little bit more than that as it comes around the bend. Something like that. And then we'll dig in between those hairs. Let's see here. Is that going to work out the way I want? I'm not sure. And also just like push them into the head, maybe. What up, Yadri? What up, Livy? What up, Yadri? What up, everybody? Welcome in to the stream right now. Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm gonna just undo all that, and we're gonna try to do it more so in the same style I've been doing. And I might actually subdivide these, because why not? Yeah, now we have a shitload of geometry to work with. Dropping frames, great. Dropping frames already, disconnecting. Internet sucks today. What up, Fizzle Top? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Delete account, hello, hello. Let me know if y'all got any animation or game dev questions. Sculpting these eyebrows out right now. Gonna be working on this guy for a while today. I think that's all too big. Give myself a really small brush to work with. Come the fuck on, man. Come on, TikTok. I shouldn't blame TikTok, it's probably my shitty internet, but we can make that even smaller, probably. Do like a 5. I'm just gonna grab a damn standard. Push some of it down, pull some of it up. Just get some intense lights and shadows throughout here. So I'm just holding Alt, pull it out, using it like normal to push it down. Just kind of teasing those back and forth to get some hair. Unstable internet connection. Oh, trust me, I'm aware. Thanks for the notification. I am fully aware of my shitty internet connection today. shit. Same. Might just pull this sucker out. These things are kind of whooping my ass so far, to be honest with you. What up, Devin Kilburn? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Jasper Stinks MC, let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Appreciate you popping in for a spell. Crystal, welcome to the stream. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions, art questions, anything like that. Cool, we'll just start beating these edges down. I might end up just pushing these into the head a little bit. Yeah, I definitely will. Just push these back into the head like that. They look a little bit natural. A little bit more natural that way. Ravenside, Grisavala, let me know if y'all got any animation or game dev questions, 3D modeling questions, art questions broadly. Appreciate y'all popping by for a spell. Yeah, I think something like that will be fine. This isn't my favorite thing I've sculpted on here yet, but as long as it reads, we'll be alright with it. As long as it reads, we'll be alright with it. I might scale them on Y, make them a little bit bigger. Wonder, they probably don't need to be so far down. Yep, I think that about works. I am going to grab my pinch brush and just pinch off the bottom so it tapers out nicely. Yeah, there we go. I can grab my move brush and make these a little bit nicer of an arc, so I can pull that up, pull that down, and out a little bit. Actually pull this in too. I do want to break up the hairline where it's actually inserting into the face. And just grab my damn standard and kind of rough that back out a little bit.
Don't know how to say this. Don't know how to phrase it either. But since
Yeah, they're starting to look pretty browy.
to space, it seems like you can't get enough.
Pull the part that's ducking under back up a little bit.
Like cold and free wind. Are you lost in space? Devastate.
Pull this back over a little bit more. I think that's about right. Looking pretty scared. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna save next. I'm just gonna go ahead right now and I think merge the head with the eyebrows. I'm actually going to duplicate the eyebrows and put them in my construction folder too, just in case anything weird happens and I need them later. Need them as like a projector or something. So I just might. Kinda choppy 120, welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you popping by. Anybody watching on YouTube or Twitch, I apologize for the crazy number of dropped frames. Done everything I can to try to resolve it. Just kind of is what it is. I'm gonna go up here. I will go ahead. But I already saved next. I'm gonna do it again just in case. Can merge this down. And now I'm gonna dynamesh it at a super high resolution. No, I would not like to freeze the subdiv levels. Let me just see how that did. Whoops. I got masked out. Still, it's my fault. So, let's dynamesh it again. Oh, wait. Shit. I'm gonna turn off the blur, too, before I dynamesh it. I don't want any blur. I want it to be perfect. Alright. Yeah, there we go. You can see it looks pretty much the same. It's just going to be way more polydense. And now, what I'm going to have to do is duplicate and reproject, get those subdivisions back. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this shape with the eyebrows. Whoa. What the hell? Excuse me? Alright, I'm gonna duplicate these eyebrows, bring them back up underneath this head. I don't even know what happened, y'all. If you're just joining in, I appreciate you. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. If you'd like to see more animation or game dev stuff in the future, make sure you give me a follow. Welcome Megan, welcome El Compañero. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Okay, let's fucking try all this again. Merge down. Alright. Now this should be all one object. There we go. And we still got my constructors down there. Perfect. Come on, Live Studio, you son of a bitch. Oh, my internet sucks today. What if I dropped like 21,000 frames? Most of my frames on Twitch. Well, this video is going to be animated on 2s on Twitch, it looks like. My internet is fucking completely broken today. Just like not working at all. But we're making do until it kicks me off completely. We're just gonna roll with it. What choice do I have? Alright, so now I want to let me see actually. Yeah, now I can dynamesh this. I'm gonna duplicate this. Actually, I'm gonna dynamesh it first. Dynamesh it full resolution. Hell yeah, sweet. Let me make sure. Yeah, it looks like the exact same. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm gonna turn everything off except for the two heads. And even actually, I'll just turn that off for now too. And I'm gonna go ahead and start to remesh this.
Is it buying new products or taking pills to your brain?
Just get those subdivision levels back. And then I'll project all this back onto my good geometry version.
Not proud to admit it, but my problem still stays. So they have me drinking.
Damn, that almost looks better.
Hide my pain.
Ooh, that got us all the way down.
Know what I'm thinking, 'cause I can't run
That got us all the
away,
way down to 300,000.
but I'm still
And it
drinking.
still looks pretty good, to be honest. I don't know why we got that seam down the middle. That's kind of annoying, but
Want to know what I'm thinking, I can't run away. So I'm
we'll see if I can get away with one more good Z remesh.
Vodka and spray, might get into the white, be high as a kite. My future was bright, but now I can't write.
160K.
I'll be alright.
Is all that even actually?
Damn, talk about him, really talk about it. That's another sailor drunk and overboard. Drinking a bottle, both feet on the throttle, can't outrun his problems anymore. Oh no, his mother is worried for him, only because he left in a storm. Reeking of booze and left all of his shoes, she is searching for him. Believe it or not, it was fast. Went a few blocks, it turns out he bought shots over gas. Was about to play chance. He brought his black mask and she saw he was strapped.
Damn, what the hell?
Don't turn into your dad, he chose the booze over you. You know this is true. What have your demons done
So
to
they
you?
have me drinking to hide my pain.
Did it not Dynamesh? What are we doing here?
Thinking, 'cause I can't run away,
There we go.
but I'm still
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
to
about.
hide my pain.
I don't know why that freaking Dynamesh didn't work last time.
I can't run away.
There we go. Sick. Alright, now we can start remeshing. We don't have any of that non-manifold, intersecting, overlapping geometry. Got that nasty shit out of here. Ooh, yeah, look how bad that is. Okay, that's more what I expected it. I was like, why are those eyebrows staying so nice when I remesh? Let's see if I can get this down. I mean, I'm pretty much to a point where I'm going to be working all high div anyways. Yeah, let's see if I can get away with one more. Just get it into the tens of thousands out of the hundreds of thousands. There we go, 75K. So we went from 5 million to 75,000 polygons, and now we're going to project on top of this. What up, Noah Hugh? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Turn off solo, and now I can just start projecting this. I'll hit project all. Whoa. I'll hit Control D. Add subdivisions, and then I'll project all again. I'm just going to keep doing that until I get my poly count similar back to where I started. 1.2 mil, Alt S, project all. This one's going to take a little bit longer because we're working with millions of polygons at this point. And then I'll Control D one more time. That'll put me, yep, at like 4.8 mil. Z remesh one more time. This one's really gonna take a long time. Okay. Let's see if I just smooth this. If it ruins it, it might. I think we'll be alright. Still reading his eyebrows, not too bad. Do I have holes? Ah! Alright, I'm gonna have to undo all that projection I just did, actually. Make sure I have no holes in my frickin' mesh before I do all that. So let's see here. Right there. And if I just Alt-A, close holes. I don't know what the fuck is going on right there. Smooth that out. Cool. Now maybe when I project it won't be so disgusting. Let's find out. Turn this on. Let's redo all that projection I just did. Project all. Control D, Alt S, project all. And maybe someday I'll make a video where I show how I set up my custom interface, and then people who want to follow along actually could. Project all. I mean, all the tools I use are just over here in the side menu. I just have a custom menu I like to use. Alt S. Actually, wait, Control D, Alt S. Project all. We'll see how nasty those eyebrows got again. I might just go down to the lowest subdiv level, smooth it out, and kind of resculpt them a little bit if it's like still completely unworkable. So that's the only part that's really giving me fits right now. So that's the only part I really need to figure out. Alright, it's done projecting. Let's see. Ooh, even worse than before. Oh yeah. Oh, but at least it smooths out now without putting holes in the geometry. So yeah, I can just smooth all this out and I'll resculpt what I need to. That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. Yeah, just like right there. Our geometry gets a little gross, but this stuff I can just kind of come in. It's almost like I'm like lasering on some eyebrows. It's kind of fun. Bring that up even higher. You know what? I think I need to make those bigger and more dramatic. What up, Shade Boys? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. In here modeling some eyebrows for a 3D print. Yeah, that's all too small still. So I'm gonna grab a more intense brush. Just push that shit out until it's the same size as the rest of it. And the hairline got fucked up a little bit too, it looks like. I'm gonna use a super small brush. And this can be another little strand, I think. Ooh, I'm gonna be so freaking happy when I'm done with this hair, man. This hair shit takes forever. I'm sick of it. Alright. Alright, I'd buy that. That's not so bad. Cool, so now we're in the fun shit. Now we're in the really fun shit. So now I can come through and start thinking about all the face details, how shit actually wrinkles, how the laugh lines crease the face when someone is screaming. So the big thing, first of all, they're just going to be getting the laugh lines from the nose all the way down under the lower lip. So I'm going to just grab my damn standard. I can probably just mark that out. And that actually needs to come all the way around the nose. That might be a bit intense. like a little bit too sharp. And if it is, God, I might need to put on like a lazy stroke too. And I think I'm gonna use a different brush for this because that damn standard is not doing what I want it to, like at all. So I'm gonna go to my stroke. I'm gonna turn on lazy mouse. Yeah, that'll be a little bit easier. And lazy mouse just makes it easier for you to pull curves. I might even turn it up more than that. I'm gonna turn up my lazy step to like 0.1. What up, TJ Horn? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Forget. Oh, that ain't it. If I turn up the lazy step, there we go. Way lower than that, but maybe just like a 0.2. And now I should be able to, yeah, pull curves a lot nicer. That's fucking way too big. We can come around. Still way too big. I'm gonna use like a 5. And it kind of, I'll actually take a pretty hard pivot under there. Cool, and now what I can do is I can grab this brush that I really love. It's actually a cloth brush, but I like to use it on skin a lot. You usually use this brush to sculpt folds on fabric. It's called the cloth ball, and the shortcut, if you missed that, was BCD. Yeah, and that's way too intense. I'm gonna turn the intensity down to like barely anything, and then we can just come in and we get that nice little puffed out piece, and then I'll do the opposite on the inside where I marked it out with a way smaller brush. That might be too little. Just make sure that is catching a nice shadow, and then obviously some of this is going to taper off on the other side. And now I can start going in with my clay brush. And this is going to start to really bring that base to life pretty quickly. So this needs to come up like here. And it'll be a balance between It'll be a balance between coming in with the clay brush and sculpting some of this and smoothing it out. I don't want to over smooth like I just did there. It looks like when you scream, your buccinator, I believe, is that muscle pops out of the head. I also need to keep the music rolling. Alright, who's up next? Who's up next? That was Zuni. That was JJ's Space Odyssey by Zuni. This next one is gonna be maybe some Element. Maybe some Element. Yeah, so this album is called Passions by Element. Good friend of mine. Appreciate him letting me use his music for my streams. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of some of that. Yeah, like I said, the cheekbone gets kind of intense. So we'll have a nice shadow. That should be a little bit higher, actually. That should be like way... should be right here. It's about the bottom of the cheekbone. And then like I said, that whole... I believe it's the buccinator, or buccinator, however you say it, muscle pops out. Eyes wide open. This eyelid gets really close up in that head. Maybe I'll even just pinch these together. And then I might even, well, pull this out a little bit. And I'll grab my inflate brush and just make this a bit more intense. I can kind of build that up a little bit. That's going to be a little bit higher than the rest of it. I might work on a lower subdiv level for a little bit. I don't think I need to be working at full subdiv, just so stuff can smooth out a little bit easier. And I might actually go ahead and turn everything else back on, just so I can see how it's all reading in the context of the overall face. Bridge of the nose can get a bit thinner up at the top, so I'm just pinching that together. And then this all in here should protrude out above that bridge of the nose a little bit, so I need to make that brow just a little bit more intense. I think I'm getting pretty close to the point, at least, where I need to turn off symmetry and start adding some asymmetrical details. I don't think I'm quite there. My eyelids, those are pretty much the same. And there's like a really intense. That should be a bit smoother. My eyelids, at least, have a pretty intense line that kind of swoops around like that. Just trying to get that right. My damn standard. You're nice, Mike 2, Bellin, Tex-Mex Liquor, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know if y'all got any animation or game dev questions. Obviously, we don't want the eyeball poking through the lid. And honestly, the whole curve of this eyelid could be better. There we go. We're gonna have... So this actually, these two lines, I'm gonna grab my cloth ball brush again. We kind of get a little bit of a puffed out, like little tube on the other side of that divot I just drew. And then we'll get another little bit of damn standard underneath that to push it out further. And that actually actually all, I'm pushing it a little bit too far, that should all end like right there. Cool. And then all of this will be a bit taller than the eyelid. There we go. Now he's starting to look scared. I don't really want to make him look old, so I gotta be careful to not like over wrinkle in places where there shouldn't be wrinkles. And that buccinator muscle that's popping out, this little bump right there, that's actually should be like the whole fucking jaw goes right up against that. It actually kind of does something like that. It's kind of the S shape of that muscle, I do believe. And I might pull up Zygote Body, get my references. But I don't know, it's actually starting to look pretty good. I definitely can like bump out the chin. Quite a bit still, actually looks like. And I might even fuck around and inflate it if I can't get it to do what I want this way. I'm gonna turn lazy stroke fucking back down. I actually might even turn it off. Yeah, and I might. Let's pull this out just a little teeny tiny bit. And I think we're about ready. Oh, do I have something else showing right now? Oh yeah, this damn eyebrow. Fuck rid of that. Jeez, come on now. Those of y'all just joining in, let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Oh yeah, there we go. We still have those eyebrows at the higher subdiv levels. Yeah. Now we might be getting to the point where I turn off that asymmetry. We're getting pretty close for sure. Something down here. Yeah, stuff gets really weird down in the mouth. I might actually, you know what might look better is if I just take that clay brush and just kind of rough it up in here a little bit. Make it feel a little bit more fleshy and gummy. Yeah, I think that's quite a bit better than the damn standard I can use for the actual like lines on the lips. And I think this might be the point at which I turn off my symmetry. So let's hit X. And then we can just make a bunch of these little lip lines. And I might pinch these back together, smooth them out, just kind of tease those out. If I were doing this for like a film or a game, this would be overkill. This would all be texture. But since this is going to be a 3D print, I have to actually sculpt any detail that I want. And this head is going to be pretty small at scale. So like all this is probably overkill, but it'll just rough up the way the light's like scattered off that lip a little bit, which is what I want. I'm gonna grab my pinch brush too and pinch together those, like the really big noticeable crevices. So it should all be pretty subtle. Yeah, now we just got some texture on that lip. Inside of the mouth looking a little fleshier right there. I can probably do the same thing up here as well. Just kind of come in quick and dirty with my clay brush and give it a little bit more texture. And honestly, I can go like all the way around the lip like that. Just make that all feel not so nice and smooth. Lips, I gotta get my mustache out of the way for reference. Yeah, and I can just kind of do the same thing. Come in with a really small damn standard and just give these lips a little bit more flavor. And I'm doing this all asymmetrically, which is why I'm having to do both sides. But these little lines like this, like these details, would look super weird if it was just like perfectly symmetrical. That's why I'm taking the time to actually go in and pull these out, carve these out a little bit. Oh, whoops. Oh, come on. Keeps not changing my brush. There we go. Yeah, and I might bring those up a little bit more. They kind of taper out before the top of the lip, but I think they're going to go up a little bit further than how I drew them. And I can, same thing, grab my pinch brush for the ones that got a little bit unruly. Just pinch those together, smooth them out a little bit. Yeah, now those lips, you can see you're just dispersing that light a little bit. It's not such a like shiny, smooth, inorganic form. I wonder. I think I'm letting it get too thin down on that part of the jaw. So I'm gonna just dramatize that. Oh, you know what? I want symmetry for that though. So I'm gonna have to undo all that. Turn my symmetry back on for a moment. We're just gonna fatten out some of that a little bit. Smooth it, but don't over smooth it. I think I'm getting too fat down in here, so I can just come in and carve that back out. Just kind of tease shit back and forth. I want to get this flow back a little bit nicer, so I'm just going to kind of do that real quick. Have the face kind of flowing a little bit more how I want it to. I am going to smooth all that out quite a bit because he's starting to look a little bit older than I want him to. Buchanator, I think I brought that Buchanator too far forward. I'm just going to knock it down a little bit. Yeah, buddy. Oh. Yeah, everything else is actually looking pretty good, to be honest. Top eyelids definitely need some work, and to be honest, I'm just not gonna worry about Well, I'm debating if I want to give this sucker eyelashes because they're so hard to make and so small. And they'll be just like crazy small on the 3D print. I could give him like really long, pretty girly eyelashes, and that would maybe work. Oh, what up, JJ? What up, Prime 16G? Witch of the Valley? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Keanu leaves. I imagine you won't be sticking around that long. Yep, there he goes. I'm just gonna real quick do like a dirty clay brush pass up here, and then I'm gonna turn off my symmetry. That should follow. It should be more of an up curve than a down curve the way I did it. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick dirty pass just to break up some of that forehead, make it not so nice and pretty. Be careful not to over smooth it. I might actually remove some of this just to kind of get that head shape a little bit better. I might need to fuck around and open up Zygo body. Get my references, I'm starting to struggle a little bit. Do I want to do something for these eyelashes? I just don't know. Romeo Pal, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Alright. Same thing, let's do a really light, quick, dirty pass on the nose. Same thing, just so it's not quite so smooth and clean. Definitely not going to worry about like pores or anything like that for this guy, because he's going to be 3D printed. It just wouldn't make sense to. Like, this head is going to be the size of a quarter. Looks like I did accidentally smooth out these eyebrows, so I'm going to just kind of fake those back out. And then, oh, I'm just torn on the eyelashes. I do think all this can come up. Eye shape will be a little bit more like that for fear. So that upper lid can come way up, and I'm gonna hit 4 and pinch these together a little bit right there. Smooth out this curve if I can. Do I want to do eyelashes? The eternal struggle. Maybe I'll try it with like a really small extrude profile brush, but I just don't know. I just don't know about it. And maybe I can do that extrude profile. instead of questions. Same to you, Stitch 2.0. This is up where this terminates. What I want, so maybe I'll use a pretty small brush up in there. Smooth it out a little. Sure, you can make that nice and falling down in there. Yeah. Push those muscles out a little bit. He's doing too much. Even still, just a little. Again. Turn down the thick. I can't even. Probably like the point. Looks like. Or actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do just like pretty much no thickness. And we'll hit extract, accept. Look at that freaky shit. And now, let me turn, head must be turned off. And now I can grab that extrude profile brush. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah. We can do really simple here. Let's see what else we can. Oh shit, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. It's gonna be really super duper small. Not that small. We'll see about this. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna end up keeping these, because I just don't know if they'll like 3D print right. Whoa.
Welcome Deviant Trip V.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Might be better off just leaving this guy without eyebrows. Torn. Or without eyelashes, I mean. I just don't know if it's gonna be worth it. Well, I don't know, I kinda like it. Whoa. Something like that. Do one more cross, like right there. I forget, I have it somewhere. I don't really want to look for it right now, to be honest, but all eyelashes kind of follow like the same, like 3 basic patterns. Maybe I can even pull it up, actually. You know what, fuck it. I don't know if I have my little cheat sheet, but nah, ain't none of this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, and it'd take a hell of a long time to eyelash patterns. What if I just add 3D art? Oh, these are like fucking hair cards. I don't want to do hair cards. Basic eyelash patterns. Let's say, maybe if I say like drawing cheat sheet. It's basically like sets of like 2 or 3 hairs will like interact a certain way. This is all fucking terrible, man. Let me see if I can just look at some eyelashes and tell. Let's go, let's just add drawing, see if we can find a better reference. Yeah, I think the 3 patterns, it's like solo lash, 2 lashes that cross, like the way I've been doing it, and then like a bunch of lashes, 2 or 3 lashes that all come to a point to kind of look like a single big lash. I'm not actually entirely sure. Whoa. I could maybe just like push that one right up against that other one. You know what? What's my curve mode set to right now? I don't like the way this is doing. Turn elastic on for a second, make it longer. Yeah, kind of make those stick together. And hopefully smooth this out. This is acting crazy on me right now. Go back up to my stroke, turn elastic back off. And the fucking bottom of these is not right at all. Come on, man. Oh, the joys of 3D. Oh, the joys of 3D. Alright, I'm just making it worse. There we go, just kind of trying to pull those together. Looks terrible, looks better without it. Fuck it. And then bottom lids. We'll do the same thing. So, Maybe do to the cross. God damn. Yeah, there we go. At least get one of those up in here. Longer. Alex, oh, let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Welcome to the stream. And let's see here. Let's just see if we like it more with or without those suckers. They're alright. But I don't love them, so I'm going to redo all that. And I think what I'm going to do instead is just only do singular little curves. I'm not going to worry about trying to make them crisscross or anything. I'm just going to make a few like really big strands. And for the sculpture, that should read, hopefully. And honestly, these might end up being a huge like problem when I try to print. So I'm probably gonna wait until the very end to try to merge this with everything else, and I'll just like save 2 different copies of the file. But yeah, I think this is gonna read a little bit better than what I was trying to get going on. I do think for a lot of animation and game dev, if you were doing eyelashes, it would be hair cards, or it would be a texture. Yeah, I think that reads a lot nicer. They're kind of all the same size right now, so I'm gonna just smooth some of them out. Well, I'll smooth all of them out, actually. Are these all separate shapes? Yeah, it kind of looks like it, so this all needs to be dynameshed. And maybe I'll just like yank on some of them, grab my move brush, and just like futz some of them around a little bit, just so they're not quite so uniform. But yeah, even that I think adds a little bit to it. Whoa! Yeah, I think I'll keep it. Why not? Yep, down here, we'll just start doing the same thing. Oh, whoops. Grab that extrude profile. And just... Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's way too big. I'm gonna actually make a smaller drawing size. Maybe a little teeny tiny, less than that even. And if anybody's been watching any of my streams, following along, you'll know by now that like all this hair stuff is the most time consuming. It just takes a fucking while. It's just kind of gonna do the same thing down here. Just a couple of lashes, just to give the impression that they're there. And then yeah, I'll actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and Dynamesh all this together. How would that work? I'm gonna actually pull all these. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Are these all different polygroups at least? They fucking are. That's electric. I'm gonna just have to pull these suckers one at a time and make sure they're actually overlapping with the base mesh that they've been extruded from. Otherwise, they will not Dynamesh properly, which is gonna be really fucking annoying. So let's pull all these back so that they're all in contact with that base form. And then I can mesh them together. Dynamesh will fix all this nastiness just as long as I give it enough information to work with. I can get away with a lot. Does suck that we gotta go through and do this one at a time, and I'm sure there's better ways to do eyelashes and shit like this. This is only really like my third or fourth time sculpting eyelashes, and never for a 3D print. And you know, as I was saying, I actually don't know if it's good practice to do something like this on a 3D print. I don't know if it'll like it, because it might like want to add a bunch of supports. So all this might end up being a huge waste of time, but it's all practice. It's all makes me a better sculptor, so come on, man. There we go. Okay, all those are in contact. I gotta do the same thing with this freaking bottom layer. Hit W. Control. Just make sure all this is gonna Dynamesh nicely. And honestly, I don't know what happened here. Looks like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. God damn. Looks like that eyelid got like moved a little bit. I probably could just like inflate this fucking part of it too, and that would bring it all in contact, but whoa. Whoa. Very nice. Pull that down into there. Pull that down. Just want to make sure everything is in contact with that base. And even like poking through it a little bit. Now, let us go ahead and try to Dynamesh that all together. Oh. Clear the mask, and then try to dynamesh it all together. Let's go Alt-A, close holes. Yeah, some of that's terrible. I'm gonna just inflate the problem areas real quick and then remesh it again. I'm gonna solo this. Holy shit. Is that what happened when I tried to close the holes? When did that happen? Whoo, my god. Uh-oh. I'm gonna grab... Damn, bro. Uh-oh, we might be in trouble. Can I actually just like do something like that? Move this fucker out. What does that do? Yeah, I don't know what we got going on here. This is all fucked up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. As long as they look right above that head, I don't really care. I honestly wonder if I can get rid of, like, grab this lasso. I wonder if I just get rid of all this nasty shit. If it'll work out for me. Yeah, this is trashed right now. Delete hidden, close holes. Let's see what that does. Just as long as it gets rid of the non-manifold geometry, I don't care. So we ain't gonna see any of this crap. We just have to make sure our mesh is solid. That can all get smoothed out. That can get way smoothed out. Look at that nasty BS. Smooth that out. Just trying to make sure there's absolutely no holes. Which those might be. I'm gonna try to dynamesh this again. Maybe at a lower resolution. Try to close those holes, see what happens. Nope, that just made it worse. Great. Ah! Uh-oh. I might be cooked. I might be cooked, chat. I might be completely fucked. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to go all the way back to before I dynameshed it. Unfortunately, somewhere back here. Just go to where I pushed all these down. Alright, and then honestly... Oh, Ariston, thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that shit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, my internet's working again, all friends. You know what I could do, actually? Here's an idea. Here's an idea. I'm gonna fucking get rid of those nasty objects. See, like, what the fuck is that even? There we go. And then we can delete what's hidden. Come back to this face and it should still be masked, hypothetically. Is it not? There we go. Get that mask back. We're gonna extract this again. We'll go like 0.004, make it twice as thick. No, we don't want that. Let's go 0.002, enter, extract. Sorry, 0.0004. Okay. Yeah, let's just hit accept and see what these look like. Fix this fucked up shape before I try to boolean everything. So, let's see here. That is all one mask. Or one polygroup, pardon me. I'm gonna just pull it down towards the head. Yeah, some of that's really fucked up. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna just delete everything that's not this shape. And then, so I'm gonna go Alt-A, del hidden, and then this shape, I'm gonna add some dynamic subdiv without any actual subdivisions, but just like an add thickness. Man, can I just get rid of that? Jeez. Alt-A, del hidden. Alt-A, del hidden. Get this last little fucking piece out of there. Alt-A, delete hidden. Maybe I'll go ahead and just Alt-S, Z-remesh. That might be problematic too. Shift, delete some of that shit, Alt-A, del hidden. Now, what if I try to add a little thickness to this sucker? Apply. make sure those eyelashes don't poke through. It's pretty much the only goal with this thing. Go to my subtool. Let me turn off everything except for this and the eyelashes. I'm just gonna fill this in back here. Anywhere those are poking through, build that shit up. Okay, I'm going to duplicate these eyelashes, put them in my constructor folder just in case I need them again. And then I should be able to merge these. And now I should be able to Dynamesh without issue, hopefully. God dang, that was a pain in the ass. You know what? We're just gonna do a full resolution Dynamesh. I don't even care if it's 10 billion fucking polygons, because this is not working out with these low res subdivs. Okay, now this should all be one object with no holes. Let me turn off the old eyebrows. Those are gonna distract the shit out of me. Eyelashes, pardon me. I should be able to just smooth all this out without putting any frickin' stupid holes in it this time. And now that I have all that, honestly, I can probably just get rid of those. And then I can push this into my face however I need it. I could even try, let's see what this does. This might be a terrible idea, but I can try to close these holes up. Yeah, no. I'm actually a bit confused about what's going on here. Oh, I see. Alright. Let's turn everything else back on. See how this is looking. Turn that off. That's what's fucked up right now. And then I should hopefully... whoops. I should hopefully, if this works the way I think it was going to, be able to just push this back. Oh, let me fucking turn all this stupid shit off. Okay, try that again. I'm gonna reset my... Honestly, you know what? I'm so fucking dumb. Oh, what a waste of time. You know what I could do is just take the freaking... just take the eyelash piece and just put those in without them all having to be attached. It's not even gonna matter when I go to Boolean it at the end. That was such a waste of time. That was stupid. What up, Lexi? What up, 1234? Mean boy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I just wasted the last half hour of my life on those. I might as well duplicate them again, just so I have a backup if I need it. Yeah, I can just keep these on their own layer. Is it masked right now? What on earth? Oh, it's because we can still see the other ones. Even though my construction folder is empty, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that's not right. Let's add some subdivs to these and see if I can get a little bit more wiggle room. What up, Diane? What up, Mackie? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Just trying to work on some eyelashes. They're kind of whooping my ass. Kind of whooping my ass. Can't even lie. Yep, I can just take these and move them in like so. Looks like they're a little bit off, so I'll just scale them, push them into place. Yeah, and I could have just done that all this time. And those are eyelashes, and I do think he looks better with them. Let me get rid of that mask so we can actually see. Yeah, they're okay. I think he looks better with them, but I think they leave quite a bit to be desired. So I'm gonna see if I can just grab these and push them around and try to get just like more interesting shapes. So and these actually should all still be, yes, separate. So I can mask them one at a time and just push and pull them around without having to. Oh, but the top is a different poly group? This is ridiculous. I'm gonna unmask this. I'm gonna go group by normals. I'm gonna turn this max angle all the way up, and now these actually all should truly be separate poly groups. I don't know why the like caps on these were their own groups. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all, but yeah, now we can actually come in and futz these up. Poke them together. Maybe this one can come a little closer to this one too. Grab it by the top. And probably inflate it back out. Maybe like mask it. Yeah, not the strongest part of the sculpt for sure, but I'm pretty tired of fighting with it. So, maybe I'll come back at the end and do a little more, but for now, I would prefer to sculpt out these head wrinkles a little bit and be done with it. So I'm gonna turn my symmetry back off for sure. I'm gonna grab that cloth ball again. The intensity can be probably a little bit higher. Cool. And then I'm gonna go, I'll actually damn standard them out first, just so I can kind of think about where they are. It's all just the eyebrows pushing up the wrinkles. So break and then around like this. Wow. And then all the way around, all the way through. And these actually kind of need to curve down a little bit more at the end, like that. And then this one kind of disappears, at least on my head, and then comes back. Yeah. Get it a little bit more uniform. And then what I'm gonna do is grab my pinch brush, pinch all those together. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Comments, concerns, want to know what the hell this is that I'm working on. Want to know anything about me or my work or my artistic practice? Let me know. Pinch all that together. Pinch that together. Pinch all that together. Grab a BCD again. This is my cloth ball. And now I'm going to just drag that ball underneath that skin, and now you can see it's actually looking like folds, and I gotta be pretty careful to not ruin those divots. This, even though that wrinkle kind of disappears, it still pushes that whole section of skin up. Yeah, and same with all these. That's gonna be a little bit bigger one, it looks like. And now we're just getting those nice folds of skin. And this brush actually does really work very well with cloth as intended, but as you can see, it works pretty well with skin too. I'm gonna smooth some of that out. That's a little gnarly. Just smooth out some of those damn standard artifacts. We can taper that out too. Cool. That all might be a little bit too intense, maybe. So I'm gonna grab my inflate brush and come in and deflate some of this just by holding Alt. Yeah, oh yeah. Now it's actually like skin wrinkles instead of just like a tube in the head. Ah, and it looks like there needs to be one more. Or actually, it looks like all these could be a little bit lower, really is kind of what it looks like. And also, I can pinch some of it back together too, or got a little janky. Same thing, taper that off on this side. Yeah, buddy! I think that's it. I think that's our screaming face. Wow. I might continue this up into the hairline a little bit. Looks like mine kind of does that. Yeah, we get like one more little puffed out moment. Let me grab my BCD cloth ball. And same thing, just sort of puff that up a little bit. Pinch these together. Wow. This actually looks like it kind of disappeared too much. So I'm gonna very carefully with my damn standard try to carve that back out. And these should get like kind of less and less extreme, so I might smooth all that out so it really tapers. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. It's looking pretty nice. This strand looks a little weird. This strand of hair, and I think, whoa, I need to be able to see the face while I work on this. I think the reason it looks weird is because it's all kind of the same thickness all through there. And it shouldn't. It should definitely like taper out. So if I just inflate this a little bit, I think towards here, and then pinch towards the end, it'll do a little bit more what I want it to. And I might actually pinch that a lot. I could push this curve further. And I could actually make this kind of respond to those wrinkles in the skin, maybe. No, I cannot. No, I cannot. Never mind. Not the way I have my hair right now. I can't. I can do that after I merge them, though, for sure. What I might do instead is just tuck this up under here a little bit more. Something like that. It got a little sharp. I don't know if I like it for that strand. So I just inflated it back out a little bit. And it looks like if I'm going to make this an S curve, we could go like that. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that shit is sick. That is so sweet. Okay. Yeah, I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Alright, so now I gotta merge all this shit together and move it. So I'm going to save next. Let's see what that's saved as. Ready for merge 05, that's cool. So I'm going to save as one more time right away, and I'm just going to call this merged. And then I have my ready for merge 05 in case anything goes wrong while I'm merging. I can just go back to that old tool. Yeah, I think this is going to work for me. Okay, now I have a couple of options here. I can try to just boolean it all together and see if that works, and I might start there. If that doesn't work, then I'll actually come in and merge all these tools and then do a super high def Dynamesh and pray to fucking God it works, because if it doesn't, then what I'll have to do is duplicate every single one of these tools and then join them together. Yeah, this really came out pretty sweet. Getting it on the body is going to be pretty interesting, but we'll figure it out. Did I could have sworn I pulled all this hair out earlier. Oh, someone was fighting the stupid ass internet and my stream crashed like 5 fucking times. So I just restarted. Maybe not that so much, but yeah, like this stuff, that's gonna have to come out. We gotta accommodate for the neck. Okay. Should I do a placeholder cylinder? Yeah, you know what? I think it's gonna make placing it on the body a little bit easier if I just figure out this neck now. Yeah, I think about right there. Maybe a little bit further back. Something like that. And then we'll pull this out over that neck like so. And then we can dig out the hairline wherever we need to. Again, just fucking get our shapes back. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be about right. Save. I actually, you know what, I should save this as ready for merge 06. That way I can just have that cylinder. Don't have to fucking do that again. I'm gonna subdivide it until it's like a similar subdivision. Cat, Devilface, I see you watching. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Appreciate you popping by. Smooth. Oh shit! Actually, turn on symmetry. Smooth all this out. Okay. Now, all right. Save. Save as. Now we can call it merged again. Merge. Yeah, whatever. I can just overwrite that one. We haven't really done anything to it. Oh shit, I need this to be like in that head. What? Yeah, there we go. Hair still looks more or less okay. I might go ahead and carve this out. Maybe use a smaller brush, be a little bit more careful. Because all this is really going to matter for the Boolean. Probably even like, what? Curve a little more or something. It's not such a shitty shape. Alright. Shit, this should actually be our ready for merge. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Let's replace this. Yes. And we can. save it as the merge again. And now let's see if we can boolean this shit. So I'm gonna delete absolutely everything that I'm not gonna use. It wouldn't matter really if it's not visible, but might as well just get all this crap I'm not using out of here. Oh shit. I think just the eyebrows and the extract. Yeah, cool. Yep, and then what we can try to do, turn on Live Boolean. Wow, Live Studio sucks. Can't keep me connected to the internet to save my fucking life. And I'll obviously do the neck muscles and stuff, but I'm gonna wait until I have the head on the body because it's like a really crazy twist happening. So I don't even want to try to figure out how that neck is attaching to the torso until I actually have it placed on there. What I can do though, I have Live Boolean turned on. I can come down to Boolean and make Boolean mesh. Give it a second, it's probably gonna take a while. Different file. Not so bad. All the attachment points are a little bit wonky. But it is all, looks like it did mostly okay, really. Wondering about this tongue. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Okay. Let's go back to our main file. I need to just grab this tongue. I'm gonna solo it. Are there? No, there's not. I was hoping there'd be some separate layers. I'm gonna hit Control Shift. I really just need. I wonder if I can get. It's gonna happen for me. I wonder if I can get some poly groups. If I futz this enough. No, I don't think it's gonna happen for me. I don't think it's gonna happen for me. Goddamn. So here's what we can do, maybe, is just mask the bottom. And hopefully it doesn't bleed over to the top too much. Just try to mask all that out. Yeah, see, that's what I didn't want. Unmask that. I just want that very bottom of the tongue to be masked, and then I can invert my mask, and then I can just pull this sucker down. Let's turn off solo and turn on transparent. Yeah, I can just do something like that. And let me turn transparency back off. Let me make sure that didn't like change the way this looked. Oh, it kind of did. Shit. That means this just needs masked out. Anything we can see, we don't want it to move. We just want that bottom to move. And that way, this will just make sure that that Boolean works a little bit better, and we don't have that space between the tongue and the mouth. It can just be all one solid bulk down in there, and that will be better for the printer. I mean, I guess it actually doesn't really matter, because the printer would just try to put supports underneath the tongue. But just for my own sake, I'd like to approach this the right way. I'm gonna smooth this out. You can see we got some weird little divots in there. Yeah, I think that's gonna work a lot better. So I'm gonna remesh it. I'm gonna turn adaptive size all the way up. I'm gonna turn target poly to same, and then I'm gonna just remesh it. Cool. And now I am once again going to delete this. Now I can once again try to boolean this and see. Should do it a little bit better. Give it a second. Okay. I think that finished. Yep. And now this should all be one mesh. So now I'm going to duplicate this U mesh. I'm going to turn off that top one, and this one I'm going to Dynamesh at full resolution with no blur. Make sure nothing bad happened when I did that. Nope, you can just see this is all, just those attachment points are all a lot nicer now. It's not those weird broken triangles. And when I Dynamesh, it should also, if I had any internal geometry, it should have definitely gotten rid of it. Now let me just make sure. I'm gonna turn this off. We can bounce back and forth between these. Make sure there's like no noticeable difference. There's like no difference at all. Okay, and now I'm gonna try to Z remesh it, and we'll fucking see how that goes. And that might not even be necessary, but if I could get this into some nice quads, like why wouldn't I? Especially if I can do it without breaking the mesh. We shall see. I'm gonna turn adapt all the way up, just so it prioritizes retaining the form over quad flow and like topology. And this is going to be a pretty long Z remesh, it looks like. Oh yeah, that destroyed it. Look at that. Completely destroyed it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take this mesh. Well, what I could do, could turn this on and project. We're getting into some pretty risky territory here though. Oh yeah, that helped. That helped a lot. And then I can duplicate, or subdivide I mean. And then I can project again. Just want to make sure my mesh isn't breaking anywhere. I'm a little bit worried about what's going on in the mouth right now, but I think it'll be alright. I'm going to duplicate it one more, or subdivide it one more time. Project all again. And that should get us really close, hopefully. Or ZBrush is gonna crash right now. Or ZBrush is gonna crash, but that's okay. I've saved so much lately, I don't even really have to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, looks like we still have all that detail in the hair. Let me just turn this off and flip back and forth between these. Yeah, the one thing that got decimated a little bit is those eyebrows. And that actually looks like it might be a real problem down in there. Whoa. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, just some of those got combined and shrunk and shit. What if I go back to when it was Dynameshed? Whoops. Yeah, you know, I might just keep it at this level. I mean, all that, whatever, just as long as I don't have any bad geometry. Here's what I can do too. I can go geometry, mesh integrity, check mesh integrity. 12 edges, let's go fix mesh and see what happens. Okay, check mesh integrity. Whoops. That should be all combined, all free of internal geometry or non-manifold geometry. Yeah, this head right here should be usable. I can go through and like smooth the connection points, but it doesn't really matter. I think this is all one object with no internal geometry. Neck is placed correctly. This is it. This is gonna be what gets stuck on the statue. I'm gonna copy and paste this back over to our main file. do is I'm just gonna save as. Oh, motherfucker. I need to put this back on top. What? There we go. I'm gonna call this merged. Merged. Ready. 2 keywords, so I know this is the one. I guess I'll keep that old face there for the naming object. And then the rest of this shit can get deleted. I already know I have it in other files. I have like fucking 75 duplicates of all these. That's dramatic, but I got a couple duplicates of all these faux show. Yep, everything must go. And now, just because it's gonna be pretty gratifying, let's go ahead and open up our other tool, our none tool. And then I should still have the same object copied. So what I can do is come into this priest folder, paste that head. Yep. And just slide it into place. So that's still way too big, obviously. Body should be about 8 heads tall, so we got 1, 2, 3, let's see, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it can be a little bit smaller. Wow. Whoa. Definitely don't want to scale it. Ah. He should be looking up at her. Yeah, and now I can sculpt some muscles on there. I think that's pretty much perfect placement. Sick, yeah. And then his hands, at least one hand is going to be grabbing the nun. Maybe both hands will be touching it at some point, and that's how this is all going to be freestanding. Yeah, we'll see how this 3D prints. I don't know, this is going to be all supports, all in through the middle. Can y'all not see my mouse on the screen? Ooh, not on TikTok. Doesn't matter though, on YouTube and Twitch you can, that's the important thing. Mostly YouTube, where this all gets archived. But yeah, all that space in there is gonna be supports when it prints. I'm just hoping that when I break all those supports out, the way I have this set up, it can actually like hold its own weight. I think I'll be fine. I really do think I'll be fine. I might have to fuck with these pants a little bit. You can see that these pants are like breaking the ground plane right now. Alright, let's look at my 8 heads real quick too, now that it's here. So we got 1 head is the head, 2 heads is the tits, 3rd head is the hips, 4th head is the crotch, 5th head should be about the top of the knees. That means these legs are, well, this leg is actually closer. This leg is short. But actually, head, tits, hips, crotch, top of the knee. Actually, might not be so bad actually. It's head, tits, hips, crotch, top of the knee, middle of the shin, bottom of the foot. I actually think I made these. I think I made this leg too long, which is good news. That's gonna be, that means I don't have to fuck with the base plate and don't have to worry about fixing the tree and all that. I can just pull this up. And this will be, he's like mid-run, so this is actually gonna be, I think it's gonna be a contact pose. So his heel will be down. Oh shit, whoops. Come on now. There we go. His heel will be down, but his and I'm gonna do all this in Transpose Master. Actually, eventually finish sculpting these pants, because then I'll be able to do all the wrinkles all at once. We can, however. Are we doing the wrong thing? Fuck. Whoops. We can grab this pant leg and. Oh my god, come on, y'all. There we go. Yeah, make it a little bit more obvious where that knee is. And also, I know they're pants, but they're still going to taper a little bit. Bottom of the leg is not going to be the same size as the top. And I really should be doing all this in Transpose Master. Come on now, what's happening? Just doesn't want to grab that side. That was so weird. Oh my god, it's doing it again. ZBrush is confused. Sick. You know what? Something else I can do. I don't have to pose them and sculpt them yet, but I could at least duplicate the unsculpted hand on the nun. And put it, actually, no, I'll just open up my hand file. That'll be easier, and I can fucking mirror it left or right. Is there a way I can get his expression and her expression in the same camera shot? That'd be cool. Just for the gram. I always like to post the end of my sessions. Hide that gross ass sphere. Alright, and then I'm gonna save next this sucker for sure. So it should be Nun Noose number 8. Yup. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Sick. Alright, well that's it. We did shit, we did everything I hoped to do. We did eyebrows, we did eyelashes, we did face details, and we added the neck cylinder. I actually popped it onto the sculpture too, so that was a very efficient sculpting session. It's crazy. I spent the last like 6 hours before today's stream just like sculpting the head hair, and then today really felt like we made some major moves, so that's pretty nice. It's really nice when it's kind of more instantly gratifying like that. And look at that, he looks horrified. That's great. He looks scared as fuck. That's what I was going for. Sick. Sick. Deer in the headlights, about to be devoured by a demonic nun. Alright y'all, that is it for me today. What I still need to do to finish this out, I need to pose this other nun hand and probably scale it, because I think the other one is like smaller. And maybe do something with those sleeves. Those are a little janky right now, so I'll probably like dig them out a little bit and fake it for at least like a couple of millimeters, like the arms actually going down in the sleeve instead of like it's just like glued onto a block. Yeah, and I'll sculpt just like a little teeny tiny bit of wrist. Maybe I'll get the what the fuck are these called? What are these little bony prominences at the end of the wrist? Are these epicondyles? I don't know, but basically the two bones on either side that stick out where the wrist meets the hand. Your the end of your radius and ulna. Are they epicondyles? They're not malleoli. Malleoluses. Malleoli. I don't think they're malleoluses. Those are on the ankles. Anyways, whatever. I'm probably gonna sculpt like those little bony prominences on the wrist and maybe a little bit below that, inserting into the dress. And I'll give her like big, scary, demonic fingernails and make that hand a more menacing pose. Right now it's just like this, but it'll probably be like something like, and maybe even like a little bit broken since she's scary and demonic. Maybe I'll have one of the fingers like twisted and broken in a way that defies actual anatomy. I need to go in and finish all these clothes, obviously. I think with this shirt, all I'm gonna have to do really is add the subdivs and move everything into place. I might mark out some seams. I'm definitely not gonna get crazy on the seams because it's a 3D model, man. It's gonna be printed. And like anything that needs a support, those seams are gonna get lost when I start breaking out the supports and sanding it and shit like that. But I might, like, I can show y'all. I might, like, anywhere these overlap, they're different pieces of cloth, and usually there's like a little like whoosh. Oh, I gotta grab that first. Usually there's like a little song. Oh, it's not even letting me do it. Yeah, you can't even fucking tell right now. Yeah, you can't even fucking tell right now. But then you can also see through the fabric where that other line is, and that but again, I don't know that I'm gonna do all that. Seems you would do that shit texture. Maybe you'd sculpt it and bake it onto your textures, bake your high poly onto your low poly, but you could like straight up just do the seams completely in Substance Painter, and they have really nice curve tools and like preset shit for that exact sort of thing. But for 3D modeling, 'tis not the case. So yeah, we'll have to finish the shirt, finish the pants, finish the belt, because there's no buckle on that belt right now. It's completely unbelievable. give him hands, give him shoes, add these neck muscles, and that's pretty much it. And then I have to fix this fucking base plate. I just have to add a new one in there because I accidentally, you can see, accidentally smoothed it out. So now if I like looked in ortho mode, it's not perfectly flat anymore. It fucking bows up, and I don't want that at all. I want that bottom edge to be perfectly flat, sitting down on the table so that this is like a little toy. And yeah, that's like it. That's all I have to do. And then I'm done. I think probably belt buckle is going to be kind of a bitch, but won't be so bad. That'll just be like hard surface. Belt loops are annoying, but go really fast. I think the shoes are probably going to be the hardest part of what I have left, just because much like the pants and the shirt, you really want to consider how the shoe is built and how those pieces actually intersect. Yeah, all these are problems for a future day. Who knows what I'm going to decide to do next stream. Maybe next stream will be a hand stream, and I'll just fucking get all 4 of those hands placed in there and finalized. All 4 of those hands. I am a little bit worried right now that my nun is too much bigger than my little like priest guy. I wanted her to be bigger, but like she's like gigantic. She's like, well, I guess she's only like 1.5 of him. Maybe that'll work. And I don't know, another artist would probably disagree with me. They might say it's better to have them the same proportionally, but I want her to look scary, so I'm giving her that like boss fight hierarchy of scale. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I could add some like details on that little cross knife, but yeah, whatever. I think that's reading pretty well. I could add some like jewels or something in it, but I don't think I'm going to. And that thing is going to be so flimsy and sensitive if I have to break supports off of it that I might end up just like fucking snapping it off anyways. So yeah, alright y'all. I am signing out. Peace, love, positivity, gratitude. Go out, do something good. Do something kind for someone else. Why the fuck not? This world is hard. Go make it easier for somebody. Yeah, that's fucking all I